This PAX update is brought to you by Magic the Gathering and Duels of the Planeswalkers 2012.
All right, hey guys, it's Max here for Destructoid. I'm at PAX, and I'm with Matt Carofano, who is the lead artist for Skyrim. Now, I've heard some stuff about this game. There's been some talk about it recently.
Yeah.
I played it. I really like it. It's very fun. It's one of the most beautiful games I've played. So good work on that.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I honestly, there's so much to talk about here. The most recent thing I discovered was the fish. I just want to know about the fish. How many kinds of fish are in the game?
There are a few types of fish in the game, and there are lots of other critters. You can pick, butterflies, moths, there are rabbits in the game, and we added a lot of that into the game to make it, more believable, and it all ties into the alchemy system. So if you kill or catch all those critters, you can mix them up and make potions out of them.
Oh, I had no idea there was actually a purpose to go around killing butterflies
absolutely.
with arrows, because I was doing that.
Well,
so,
that's fun too.
Okay, no one wants to hear about the fish. I'm an idiot. Vampires, recently announced.
Yes.
What's the story with that? Because vampires were in Fallout, and that was kind of like just a perk, it wasn't really like a big thing. Can you actually be a creature of the night?
Yes, you become a vampire. It gives you some abilities and also some negatives, and you run around and you have to feed on people to keep going as a vampire. So you can sneak up on them at night and drain their blood.
Oh, wow. Now, this being the day and age of Twilight, a lot of people asked, what about werewolves? Is there any chance of werewolves?
There's, no comment on werewolves at this time.
No comment on werewolves. Okay. Another hot topic is the same-sex marriages.
Yeah, so
how does that work?
Basically, if you want to get married in the game, you can. You put on an amulet that kind of shows the other characters in the game you're interested, and it's just kind of a little bonus. The best part about getting married is you have your spouse you can have them as a follower, and they'll come adventure with you.
Oh my God!
On top of which, they'll cook you a meal every day.
Yes.
Which is
God.
pretty fun.
Okay. So same-sex marriage is obviously big hot button issue. What about inter species? Can you marry an Argonian? Is that a thing?
Yes, you can. If they're interested, you can get married. We keep things pretty equal in
What are they
Skyrim.
into? What are they like?
I don't know.
If I'm trying to impress them, what do I do? I don't know. Another topic. Dragons. Everybody loves the dragons. One of the first questions was, can you ride the dragons?
You cannot ride the dragons, no, but you do learn their language, which is pretty powerful. It gives you all these shout abilities, and
shout at
that's
the dragons.
Awesome.
So with Oblivion, one of the big things was horse armor. Is there any chance that it's going to be riding dragons is going to be a DLC thing, maybe? Or
anything's up in the air. We haven't figured out what we're going to do with DLC yet, but we're really excited about adding some new content, new features, later on.
Okay.
Definitely.
Another thing was, how is the DLC going to be delivered exactly? You just recently announced that. Is it going to be like the DLC for Fallout, or is it going to be more like it was for Oblivion?
Probably more along the lines of Fallout. We're still in the early stages of what we're doing with DLC.
Yeah.
We're focused on just finishing up the game.
I can imagine. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. The game's not even out yet, and people are like, so what's the DLC going to be?
Yeah, we
play
wait.
the game first.
We wait on the DLC until we're all done, and then kind of move on to what's going to be the next thing.
Okay. One question somebody had was, will you be able to change your character's appearance mid-game, like you could with Pinkerton and Fallout?
Not at this time, no. It's something we've given some thought to, and it might be one of those features we add later. But no, right now you're the character you play with.
Okay. Very cool. On a more serious note, I had a question. One of the rumors I heard at E3 was that something was not working in the engine and that John Carmack had to come in and fix things. Is there any comment on that, or is that just complete speculation?
I don't think there's any truth to that at all.
Okay.
Obviously, being a company with id, there's a lot of benefits between shared knowledge there. But no, we're making sure the game's all ironed out, getting rid of the bugs, and making a nice polished game.
Okay, so I have a really stupid story. One of the earliest concept art photos that showed up was the one of the bear standing behind the mammoth.
Yes.
You know that, you've seen that picture, you probably drew that. I saw that, I kind of glanced at it, and I saw the mammoth's tusks, and I assumed they were tentacles. I just jumped to the conclusion that it was a half bear, half squid, and then it kind of became a thing that I had. I was like, oh, it's a squid bear. So I made this is a shirt that I drew.
That's excellent.
And I don't know, it was really just me being really dumb and not knowing the difference between a dead elephant and a bear standing next to each other and a totally impossible animal. Is there any possibility whatsoever that at some point, at some time, we'd see a squid bear in the game?
I could say there's definitely a possibility of that. I don't know that we'll be able to do that for you.
I can draw. I drew this.
Maybe we'll get a picture of your T-shirt for some concept art. We'll get the guys working on that.
Speaking of concept art, actually, I had a really. This was right when I was leaving my demo. That the loading screen was up and it shows off the different things with the facts about them. One of them was like a robot dwarfish.
Yeah, the Centurions.
Yeah. What is?
Yeah.
Is
so. The
What is
Dwarven
that?
Centurions are back in Skyrim.
Okay.
It's not something a lot of people have seen. They're kind of hidden away. They're very high-level creatures, but there are lots of varieties of Centurions in the game, and you do explore Dwarven ruins.
Oh wow. Okay. Cool. The mountain, what is it? The fist of the world,
The throat of the world.
Throat of
yes.
the world. Fist. I don't. Anyway, you guys said initially, really early on, that it's like 7,000 steps to the top of that.
Yeah, it's in lore, it is a pilgrim's path to meet the Greybeards, who are these wise masters of the voice who live at the top of the throat of the world in a temple called High Hrothgar. And you, as the player, make that pilgrimage up the 7,000 steps to meet them and gain their knowledge.
About how long does it take to walk up there?
It's a good trek. I don't know exactly how long it takes you to get up there, but you get a lot of nice views of the whole world. You get some really cool
Yeah, the
views
whole
there.
game looks like a motivational poster. It's kind of incredible. Like, I was really impressed seeing just at nighttime. I hadn't seen any nighttime gameplay, and seeing fog rolling down from the mountains. Was I imagining that, or is that like?
Yeah, no, we have a whole new system for how clouds behave and how they're tied to the weather. It's all dynamic. They animate and fade in and out through the different weathers. Lots of fog and auroras and lots of variety in the weather system.
Very cool. Yeah, the snow we saw early on, the procedurally generated snow that falls on rocks and appears there. That's incredible. Is there hail?
There's no hail. There's some spells that might do something similar.
Okay. We saw that one thunderstorm spell. I saw one that was you summoned a sword, a magic sword. How many spells are there in the game? Like, do we have a number on that?
I might get it wrong, but I know there are over 80 spells, maybe close to 100.
Oh my God.
And they're all incredibly unique. You have the 5 different schools of magic, and there are unique perks for each school of magic, so you can really specialize. If you want to do conjuration, summon, beings from Oblivion, you can summon Dremora, or, do destruction spells. We have a perk tree for each school.
Wow. How big is it, scale-wise?
So the landmass is actually about the same size as Oblivion, but we crammed way more content into it. There are more dungeons, more locations to find, much more quests. There's just a ton more content in the world.
Okay, but is there a do you have a number for that?
I don't know the exact scale.
Okay.
I have to look it up and get back to you, but it's about the size of Oblivion.
Okay. When you play, how do you play?
Well, I actually try to mix it up a lot, and I found it's really fun to try out each of the character classes and see what's different about them. Lately, I've been playing a thief and using the marksman skill and stealth to sneak around and get kill shots on people, and you get extra damage if you sneak up behind them. That's a really fun way to play. It's very, very, very fun.
Is there a level cap in the game?
So there is sort of a theoretical level cap. We don't actually know the exact level. It's basically when all your skills max out at 100, you've hit the max level. And then the content is leveled to about level 50, but you can go further than that and get some extra perks and keep developing your character.
Okay. One question that someone asked, it's a good one, is there are like new mods showing up every day for Morrowind. People are still working on that, and Oblivion's kind of slowed down a little bit. What are the modding possibilities for Skyrim?
It's going to be all the same. We're really excited about our modding community and fans who make tons of great content for the game.
Yeah.
So we'll be releasing the editor and get everybody going on that and making some really cool stuff.
You mentioned the thief, and I had actually this is a personal favorite of Mr. Jim Sterling, one of our Destructoids guys. His wife plays the thief, and in Oblivion she had a problem when she tried to sell stolen goods. The merchants would just kind of clairvoyantly know that they were stolen. And then she'd have to go find a fence to, sell her stolen goods. And aside from not living a life of crime, is there like how does this work in Skyrim?
Well, the crime system's a little bit different. The Skyrim is divided up into 9 holds, which are like counties, and each of those holds has its own, crime. So you can be wanted in one hold, but not in another. So they won't know that you've committed crimes over in this one city. So you can get away with stuff and then, get away. Also, we're a little bit a little bit easier on the player for when you accidentally steal some food. It's kind of up to each NPC how much they like you, what they're going to let you get away with.
Somebody got really mad because I killed his chicken with a mace.
Yeah,
that didn't go over so
That
hot.
doesn't make farmers happy, and they'll probably attack you if you start killing their livestock.
I'm a jerk. I think most importantly, you made a really good game. So I think people want to, thank you guys for that. And everyone's really excited about it. So thanks so much for your time. And
thank you very much.
Yeah, Skyrim. That's it.
Hey guys, just a quick note to mention that all of our PAX coverage this year is brought to you by Magic the Gathering Duels of the Planeswalkers 2012. They've got the full version of the game up right now on XBLA, PSN, and Steam, and I really can't recommend checking it out enough. They've got a free demo up, so if you're not sure whether you want to check it out yet, it's great for learning. It's got an awesome tutorial for beginners, or if you're a seasoned Magic veteran and you just want to perfect your craft. 2012 is a great updated version of the original game. It's got new deck managers, it's got an enhanced co-op mode, and it's got the new Arch Enemy mode, which allows you to play against 3 different people as a super powerful creature. And they're going to have an expansion pack coming out on September 14th of this year that actually lets you play as the Arch Enemy. So be sure to check those games out. They're a lot of fun. I really can't recommend them enough.